classroom right now, trying to get the feel for what's going on here. What's going on in this market, right? What's really going on in this market? That's the question. Um, I think the market is looking for direction. I think the market feels that the other shoe is about to drop. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget, subscribe, and don't forget to like whatever you hear. That's important because it keeps me going. It helps you, and it will help you. Okay? So, what's going on in this market? Well, we have the unemployment, we have the economy, we've got the traders, we've got Japan, we have a an election coming up. We also have a national debt. How all this is going to play, and you got all these people telling you all of these things. And frankly, if you think about it for 1 second, if you listen to one of these guys, which I think is a good idea, you should listen to everyone. What do you notice? You will notice that at the end of the day, they all tell you the same thing, right? From one channel, you'll have it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. Well, which one is it? Well, I don't know. You figure it out. And that's the issue that you're having as an investor. As an investor, the deck is kind of set against you unless you understand what's really going on. You need to understand that the people that are actually doing the trading, the people that actually make the money, you really don't hear them that much. Right? What you hear about the people that bought a position and that are kind of talking their position. They're telling you this is what they think is happening. This is what they're buying. So obviously, you know, if you buy what they buy, and if their thing goes up, then they told you, I told you it was going to go up, right? So I think at the end of the day, you need to understand what drive the market. You need to understand what drive the stocks, right? So what do we need to do? Right? What do we need to do? Well, we need to understand everything. You're here and you want to be here. You want to be in a circle of influence. You want to be where everyone wants to be. You want to be where the decision is made. But you don't know where the decision is made because you don't know what's going on, right? You don't really know what's going on. You know what they tell you is going on, but you don't know what's going on. You don't want to predict the market. You want to take advantage of the market. You have to start thinking in those terms. You have to think in the terms of what do they think is happening? Because these people, these traders are making decisions based on what they think is happening. It doesn't matter what's really going on. The point is, that's what they're doing. That's how they're acting. And that's what you need to do. So to make money in the stock market, you need to be wise. To make money in the stock market, you need to realize where the power is coming from. You need to realize who is doing what. I know it's complex. This is not brain surgery, believe it or not. It's not brain surgery because it's not a science, right? All these people are trading in their own way, and you're trying to figure out what's going on. You want to make the money. You want to be positive. You want to be part of the game. And how do you become part of the game? It's quite simple. You need to understand the game. And the game that we're playing is a complex one. But if you know how to play it, Jim Simmons, $30 billion worth. No brain surgeon make that kind of money. And that is a challenge, which is great. This is a good challenge to have. I don't want to know what drives stock prices because if I knew, everybody would know it, and then nobody would make money because they would buy everything already, right? So you want that uncertainty. You want to make sure that there is that volatility, that uncertainty. So sometimes you'll be right and sometimes you'll be wrong. Now, what's going to guide you? Is it going to be luck or is it going to be something else? What is luck? Luck is what you don't know. And that is very crucial thing to understand in this market. You need to know that luck is what you don't know. Once you know, if you drop something and it falls on the floor, It's not luck. It's not luck that it dropped on the floor, because you know that there is a attraction to the floor, right? The Newton apple, right? Since we talked about this quite a bit, so that's what's causing it. There's no luck involved here. It's the same thing with stocks. You don't want to know, but you want to be on that side of the people that do know. How do you get on that side? How do you get on the side of the people that are actually making it, that actually are successful? Simple. Do the opposite. Do the opposite of what they're doing, but know when it is it's time to do. Basically, you need to buy when everybody's selling, and you need to sell when everybody is buying. Well, doesn't make any sense. It does make sense. Look at Monday. Did you sell on Monday or did you buy? You should have been a buyer, because the next day we did quite well. And the day after that. Today, not so much. The point is that it moves all the time. The point, it's always a situation that is developing. The point also you need to realize is that they don't make it easy for you, right? When they make it easy, they tell you, look, watch my channel, watch CNBC, because I show you what it is, what we think is going to happen next. We could just show you what we think the next stock that is going to explode is going to be next. One thing that they don't tell you is how much risk you're taking. You don't know how much risk you're taking, because the only way you could measure risk is through the beta. And unfortunately, that's not enough. You need more vision. You need the Sharpe ratio, right? You need to know what the cost of the return, right, over the actual risk that you're taking. How do I measure the risk? Well, you have to use a bunch of things. You have to use things like standard deviation. Sometimes you use the beta. Sometimes you use some other things. But it all depends what your vision of risk is. So you need to educate yourself. You need to understand what's happening, and you need to make sure that you understand what it is that you're buying. That is the most crucial thing to do before you do any investment. If you don't understand what you're buying, you're going to be in trouble, because when things happen, you're going to panic. I know a lot of my subscribers got in touch with me and said, well, what do I do now? The market is collapsing. Well, understand what's happening. What did the market collapse on Monday? Right? Well, basically what we had a situation with Japan. They pulled back the liquidity, and there was uncertainty about the I don't know what's going on with the unemployment. I just made a video on that, and frankly, it could mean many things. This unemployment number. It depends how you're looking at it. Watch the video, but you need to be aware of it. You need to try and understand it, and then if you get a feel for what's happening with the market, maybe you're lucky. Maybe you go with it. Are we going to have a recession? Right now, it doesn't appear to be enough signs to show that we are in a recession. Obviously, I will say that the longer that rates stay up the way they are, and we have almost 90 basis points of increase in unemployment, which is still low, but it was an increase. Each time we have that kind of an increase, you usually have a recession. But that's what has been happened in the past. Since 2020, things have changed a lot. Things are happening a lot. Things are moving a lot. So you need to really understand what is going on. I mean, you need to listen to people that tell you what's going on. Yeah, like I'm telling you. But then you need to say, okay, but what do I think? Right? Because the proof is in the pudding. The money is where it's at. To make money in the stock market, you need to know where stocks are going to move next. No one knows what the stocks are going to be. We have an estimation, an event, but I tell you what, the thing that you have to worry about is what you don't know. Socrates said that. You need to know what you don't know. Well, but then if I know, then I know. Then there's nothing that I don't know. But that's the point. There's always something uncertain. There's something, and that's what the exciting part about the stock market is, that everyone's trying to figure out what is going on, and no one knows all the time. Now, of course, you could take it easy, and you know that eventually everything goes up. Then you just buy, and you go up with the trend. Yes, that's true. But suppose this is 1999, almost 2000, and you hold millions of dollars in dot-com stocks and you're about to retire and this thing takes a dump. It took 15 years to go back. So yes, sure the market goes up all the time. But you don't want to be there when it drops because that hurts. So you need to understand what it is that you're buying again, and you need to understand the market. But this is not an easy thing because there are several items opening at the same time within this market. But what you need to know is that there is a way. People do make money in the market. I showed you. Look at my portfolio. I did a couple of videos already, and I'm showing you some good stocks. I'm showing you that I think I made 60% with an index in trade on Monday because I was hedged. I was looking south. I'm adding another position that's going to look at the put on the S&P 500 in 2 years from now. Just in case I got a problem. Just in case I have a situation with the stock in the market. That's going to be difficult to do. That is going to be difficult to understand. That is what you need to do. You need to educate yourself, learn, study, read books. You need to elevate yourself as well. That's important because if you don't learn anything, right, and that's a problem with social media, is that the algorithm tells you what you should be watching. The algorithm tells you what you should be thinking. Now, maybe they're pointing you toward a bunch of people saying there's a recession. And then you panic and you look at it more, longer, harder, right? And then everybody looks at it and everybody thinks it's going to be a recession. I mean, everything is polarized, like in politics, right? You've got the Democrats and the Republicans. It's extremely polarized. Nothing is just in the middle. You need to be in the middle. You need to know what's going on, and then you make up your own mind. But it's only if they show it to you. If they don't show it to you, then you don't know. Now, at the end of the day, this is mostly entertainment. I understand that. But still, if you make decision based on that entertainment, you got to be careful. This is not a movie we're watching. This is real money you're talking about. Right? You could make lots of money. You could lose lots of money. So just be careful. Just understand that out there, what you need to do is you need to understand and you need to educate yourself. You need to educate yourself and understand what's going on in the stock market. I hope I'm clear. Educate yourself as much as possible. And then maybe you'll have a chance. You'll have a chance.